What is going on, Sports Wars? We're here. We're live for Sports Wars Sunday. And John Matrix will be joining us in a little bit. He's got a couple things to do, but he'll be hopping on. So we got to save the WNBA talk for John. We know John's the biggest WNBA fan out there. But the second biggest WNBA fan is probably Fear the Beardo. What's up, man?
Yeah, no way in hell. I'm doing good. We watched the fights last night over on Geeks and Gamers Locals. We had a good time. So I was hanging out there with Will. Good round of fights last night. It was a good time.
Yeah, everything went the distance. No big knockouts, at least when it comes to like the main card and everything. But obviously, the end of a legendary career and the retention of the BMF title by Max Holloway.
Yep.
But Will from Game On, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Good. Had a long week in Vegas. I think my wife and I were the first couple to ever go to Vegas and actually lose weight there because we just walked everywhere and had a good time. It was a good convention. And then, watched the fights with Beardo last night. Kind of just BS'd all the way through the fights until the main fight came on.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And then
that is the nice thing about Vegas. As much as you're drinking and buffets and all that stuff, you're probably going to walk a shit ton. So there's a chance to at least burn some of those calories.
Yeah, and it's 105 out. And we did over 25,000 steps a day. So it was, if I wasn't drinking beer the whole time, probably would have lost a lot of weight. But why not?
Do any buffets?
Well, the convention had basically a buffet for everyone there. So we went to that. The
MGM I try to do a buffet one morning while I'm there, right? Brunch one morning. Because they're fucking expensive. I mean, they're like $70, but like depending on where you go, but you can eat everything.
One in the MG. I was telling Beardo this: don't ever go on a Tuesday. So we showed up Tuesday and left Friday night. 80% of the things are like shut down. The buffet shut down on Wednesday and Thursday in the MGM. It's weird. Vegas has changed.
It has changed a lot. Buffets are a lot different than they used to be. It used to be everybody had a buffet, like no fucking problem. Now, a lot of the places have closed down the buffets if they had it, and they have reduced their hours. So,
it's criminal.
Too many fatties, dude. They're fucking losing money. Fat fucking pigs coming in there. I had to do something, you know?
I was telling Beardo this. Everything there is expensive now. Like it used to be where you could go do, you knew what was expensive, and then there you could ball on a budget on something. And I'm talking about the Strip. But everything there is so much more. Last time I was there was 2018. So it's everything's jumped up in price. I was kind of shocked.
Yeah. But it's fucking expensive everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but pretty much everywhere in Vegas, which sucks. But it is what it is. And then you get to lose money while you're there. So that's also fun.
Yeah, I didn't even have any sports bet on either. Sucked.
Yeah, you went on like the worst fucking time, actually. It's funny because I feel like whenever we go to Vegas, for the Geeks and Gamers Nerdrotic thing we typically do there, usually it's around the time of March Madness.
The best time.
It can be like popping in there sometimes. But yeah, this is...
Or NBA playoffs. You got NBA playoffs going on.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Early April, like those first couple rounds, yeah. Well, and then, but you literally went on one of the only days where there are no sports happening.
Yeah, they're handing out the Bet MGM thing, like bet 5, get $250. Like, you guys want to bet on sports? You guys want to sign up? And I'm like, this was Wednesday ago. There's literally no sports to bet on today. Like, what am I supposed to bet on? Korean baseball?
Yeah, like because the day after the All-Star game is basically the only day where not a single one. There's no football, there's no baseball, there's no basketball, there's no hockey. It is the one day of the 4 major sports, right?
I don't even think there was WNBA that day. It was Thursday they came back, I think.
Yeah, well, they're still, despite their best efforts, not considered a major sports league. Despite everything they've tried to convince everyone of.
We do get football in a few weeks. 11 days, actually. We got football.
The Hall of Fame game.
Yep.
Who's playing in that?
The Lions and the Chargers.
So we get to see all the third stringers.
You get to see Trey Lance out there slinging the rock.
The Hall of Fame game is so fucking pointless because you get it should be like a really cool thing, right? The idea of the induction of all these guys into the Hall of Fame, blah blah blah, all this stuff, and then you just get to see fucking scrubs, right?
Yep.
Who are going to be some of the first to get cut on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
Their opportunity to shine.
Maybe some rookies. You might get some rookie action. Maybe.
Well, yeah, but it depends on what they're projected at.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually, virtually no first stringers play in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you have like drafted a rookie quarterback, whatever, usually they don't play.
Right.
They might get a series or something, but because it's just so early.
Yeah. Didn't the Bears play in the Hall of Fame game last year and Caleb Williams didn't play?
Yeah, Tyson Bagent got the start, I believe.
Right.
But that's kind of normal. You're not playing your starters.
Mm-hmm.
You've only been in training camp for like a fucking week or some shit. So it is what it is. But
at least they don't have to. Remember, they used to have to cut each week. Now they can actually stay on the roster for the full preseason before they have to make all their cuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So at least those guys get a couple weeks to try to prove themselves.
Shit, and we actually have an interesting Hard Knocks this year. Buffalo Bills, because usually Hard Knocks is like one of the 5 worst teams in the league for training camp. They're doing the Bills this preseason. That'll be good.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. And then the in-season Hard Knocks, which they started, last year or 2 years ago? They started doing like an in-season one. It's the NFC East. They're going to be bouncing around from the Cowboys, Giants, Redskins, and the Eagles.
Yeah, they did the AFC North last year. Is that what they did?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. With the Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills for Hard Knocks, man. Yeah.
So who was it the past couple years? It was Aaron Rodgers before he got injured, and the Bears last year, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm. Fucking Bear. They tried to like turn Matt Eberflus into like someone that was going to like hang around there for God. The Bears Hard Knocks season pissed me the fuck off so much. Matt Eberflus is just such a fucking cocksucking bitch. I'm just sad he didn't kill himself after he got fired. That's the only disappointing thing about Matt Eberflus getting fired is he didn't end his life afterwards. But anyway, Angst Kitten with 20 gifted Sports Wars memberships. Thank you, Angst Kitten. You're on Sports Wars. GJJ, member for 18 months. Thanks, GJJ. Uncle Joe Bob, if these WNBA players want more money, sell your body for tail. Some of them could make more. Some of them would make less.
Right.
If that was the case. And then Uncle Joe Bob says Sports Wars greater than woke ESPN.
Thank you.
Well, at least we can't get fired for, I don't know, supporting Trump or something here. Mike Hill, pay them what they're owed. Well, then that's nothing since they continue to lose money for the NBA.
Yeah, Portnoy went on a fucking Twitter rant about that.
He did, and there is some truth. Like he's obviously going super hard. There is some truth to the idea that yes, over the past 2 years, the WNBA, its value has significantly increased. However, we've yet to see that actually pan out in any way, shape, or form in terms of I don't mean contracts for players, but I mean we've yet to see it turn a profit. We've yet to see the media, the money that they would get for TV rights and stuff. We've yet to see this big step up that people could potentially expect. And they're expanding these fucking teams. So there is inherent value that has increased in the WNBA in the past 2 years, due specifically to Caitlin Clark and for no other fucking reason. But that doesn't mean that these women should be getting paid more because they have yet to turn a profit. The league is yet to turn a profit. They have yet to make money. 30 years as a fucking organization, and they've yet to make money. The reality is WNBA players should have been paying for the honor of participating in a professional league like this and getting on camera, getting able to do endorsement deals and shit like that. They owe the NBA money. So this is a joke, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Maybe we'll wait till John comes in here so we can do that discussion. Zenny Biscuit for 5 Journalism gets last-second burst of energy to win the Haskell. Hell yeah. Thank you, Zenny Biscuit, letting us know about all our horse racing concerns. Thank you. Chris Karan, Ryan, and Beardo can be Wonder Twins with their rings. We can. I finally got the package from Chris Karan that he's been bugging me about. And yes, indeed, it is a Chicago Bears 85 championship replica Super Bowl ring. Shout out to Chris Karan.
Hell yeah.
Look at that. This is a classic ring. Classic ring. Back before the times of fucking a million random, all these colors and shit like that. Just fucking diamonds, baby.
Mm-hmm. I got my New York Giants one in the drawer in the other room. But the Eagles just got their Super Bowl rings with the pop-out wings.
Yeah, they're fucking insane now, dude.
It actually is pretty cool. I hate the fucking Eagles, but that ring is cool.
Yeah.
I fucking hate the Eagles, too. Alex McCarthy, Green Bay versus Jacksonville next Super Bowl. Meta PC, RK Outpost, or Beardo?
Thank you, Alex McCarthy.
I know you'd be happy with that. Those are both your teams. I don't really foresee that for Jacksonville, nor for Green Bay, to be honest. But maybe. Dark Knight Rider, Hicks 4, the only WNBA jersey I would ever wear. Thank you, Dark Knight Rider. Maverick Miller, the WNBA studs, love them some Caitlin Clark at the club. They do. Caitlin Clark, who did not participate in the All-Star game because she's injured a fucking again, which, by the way, pay us what you owe us, pay us what you owe us. As soon as Caitlin Clark, it was revealed that her injury would keep her from participating in the All-Star game, what do you think happened to WNBA All-Star game tickets? They fucking cratered by 50%. Pay us what you owe us. She's about the only person that is eligible to wear that shirt.
Right.
In all honesty. But speaking of getting paid, let's talk about a little bit of NFL here. And a lot of talk about the Steelers in the offseason, some big changes. Aaron Rodgers coming in, sending Pickens away, bringing in another stud wide receiver. But the man on the other side of the football, TJ Watt, he wanted his money. He was on the last year of his former contract extension, and they got it done. And in the process, makes TJ Watt the highest paid, not only defensive player, but the highest paid non-quarterback in football history. I think just edging out Jamar Chase after he signed that big deal this offseason. Steelers' TJ Watt agreed a contract extension that makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. So 3-year, $123 million extension. So essentially a $41 million average per year. And it's done. It's a set deal, which I think you guys were talking that might be more. 3-year extension might be more than JJ Watt got paid in his entire career. Is that true?
Almost.
Yep.
Almost.
It
was 129 he made in his 12 years, and so the 123 is almost there.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. It's crazy enough to have like two brothers that were this like dominant. But TJ Watt, when TJ Watt is healthy, he's basically the best defensive player in the NFL. And that's a lot of money. It's only over 3 years. But, as long as he stays on the field, he's going to cause havoc. Teams are going to game plan against him. He's going to be incredibly effective. And the Steelers now have that in their rearview mirror. They don't have to worry about that anymore.
I still remember when JJ was the first non-quarterback to sign a $100 million contract. I think it was a 5-year, $100 million. That was record-breaking at the time. Worth it, of course, but it's crazy just how much these salaries have gone up salary cap goes up like 10 to 15% every single year.
The NFL continues to make bank, right? The NFL continues to make bank. The TV contracts continue to be ludicrous, especially as they're getting different streamers involved and stuff like that. And then the bidding just continues to escalate and escalate, which is why they're able to pay their people so much, unlike the WNBA, who haven't turned a profit in 30 years. But yeah, and JJ Watt, like we think about those heights for JJ Watt, which were high, like that 3-year run that he had, which just felt like was insane. TJ Watt, it feels like, has been doing it for longer than JJ Watt. And as long as he continues to stay healthy, it feels like he will be doing it for quite some time.
You know who this hurts the most? I wish John was here so we could talk about it. This hurts the Cowboys. Have you seen the defensive end market just this offseason in the last 3 months? We had a couple guys make 35, 36 a year. Then you
Myles
had
Garrett signed that
Garrett
40
comes in with,
mil. Yeah.
Yep.
and now TJ Watt, and it's just like Jerry Jones always does this. He always waits till the last minute and then he always pays. Imagine if, I mean, that's going to cost him an extra like $8 million a year. If he would have just got Micah signed early on. Think of what they could have done with that money. And if they didn't wait till till 1 hour before kickoff last year to extend Dak to a crazy number, if they would have just done that early on, imagine if they would have saved, a few million here, a few million there, what they could use to help their roster. But Jerry doesn't like to do that. He likes to wait and pay him.
CD Lamb locked up.
Same thing with CD. That was the thing. They decided to focus on CD last year instead of Micah Parsons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so another big contract for TJ Watt. The Steelers are going to have a lot of eyes on him this year with the addition of Aaron Rodgers, with the expectations, all of that stuff. So probably pretty important to not have to worry about a holdout or any of that bullshit that might come along with it. And TJ Watt, another record-breaking contract. His last one, I think, was a record for a defensive player. This one, once again. But it's only a matter of time until that gets next year. I'm sure that'll change.
Exactly.
And it'll be somebody else.
Yep.
That's the way it works in the NFL. But what are your expectations for the Steelers this year, Will?
I think they'll 9-10 wins, make the playoffs. A lot of people are saying that this will be his Tomlin's first losing season. I don't think so. I think they got too much talent. And I don't think Rodgers. I think Rodgers having another year off of that. We've seen some guys when they have those Achilles injuries, it takes a year or so. I think he can just be pretty average in the way that they play. Great defense and a running game, and that's Steeler football. So you're not asking your quarterback to do too much. Their schedule's decently favorable, so I think it's going to be just another typical Steelers season, losing the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, and it isn't, but. Isn't that, if that happens, it shouldn't that be viewed as kind of a big failure?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
As opposed to potentially setting up and finding a quarterback of the future, if you decide to wait until the last minute, wait until Aaron Rodgers to announce he's ready, wait for all this shit, then Aaron Rodgers joins you and you have another season that's exactly like the season you had last year with the combination of Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. Like, shouldn't that be like a failure? I feel like it should be viewed that way if that's what happens.
Well, do they not maybe draft their quarterback of the future? And Aaron Rodgers is just kind of a transition period quarterback. Like,
you mean Will Howard?
Yeah, Will Howard. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so Aaron Rodgers is kind of just like the transition period quarterback. We can win. We feel like we can win right now, but maybe not with Will Howard right now as a rookie. So we got Aaron Rodgers for a year. Let's see how he does. And if not, we just move on. But it will you're right. Like, it will be considered a failure this year for sure. But they play in a very tough division. I don't see the Steelers making the playoffs. I don't.
I think
unless
it's a
both wild cards come out of the North.
I think it's a win-win for the Steelers if they end up successful or they end up with 10 wins and lose in the first round of the playoffs. It's kind of the status quo. So, I mean, that's your fans are used to it. But if it goes terrible and they win like 4 or 5 games only, well, at least you're going to get a high draft pick and maybe can draft your future quarterback if it's not Will Howard.
I mean, look, I fucking hate Aaron Rodgers, obviously. So my dream is that bringing Aaron Rodgers onto this team is the thing that breaks Mike Tomlin's streak of non-losing seasons. That would just be the fucking cherry on top for me if that's what happens. I'd love it.
They get a favorite. I mean, yeah, they play in a tough division, and yeah, they have to play the NFC North. But I mean, they also get the Seahawks, the Patriots. They get Miami late in the season, and it's in Pittsburgh. I guess they must have the AFC East too as their other division they play. So it's not too difficult. There's definitely way worse schedules out there, so it shouldn't be a huge disaster. But you never know. It all depends on what you get out of Aaron Rodgers.
Bro, the Bears' schedule fucking sucks this year, man. Like, you can't, obviously, if you're in a tough division, and I do think the NFC North and the AFC North are probably the toughest, like, top to bottom divisions in general. Yeah, I think that I would probably say that. But, so you got to play each other, which kind of sucks this year. And of course, Aaron Rodgers gets to come to Soldier Field, a place that he's very comfortable at, unfortunately.
Yeah. And one of the biggest things that I've been going over on my show, I've been looking at data from Warren Sharp, and he points out how the NFL schedules are not equitable, and a lot of people don't pay attention to it. But the rest advantage and disadvantage over the course of a season, like the Lions have the best rest advantage this year. They have like 17 days more rest than their opponents over the course of the season. And then some teams have, like the Raiders have the worst. They have 19 days rest disadvantage. We saw with the Niners last year. They had the worst in NFL history, 21 days rest disadvantage. That's why. And then you had those injuries pile on, and that's why they just never had time to recover from all that. So it's really interesting looking at how your team stack up, not just who they play and when their bye week is, but how many games do they play at a rest disadvantage. And the Chiefs have a lot of those.
The Chiefs get fucked in that scenario because they play on basically because they're prime time all the fucking time, and they try to get them out in front of everybody, means they play on like every one of these fucking holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas, like all that shit. Anytime there's a weird thing like that and an opportunity to get a random prime time game, they're going to try to push the Chiefs in there, which sure everybody gets sick and tired of it to some point, but they pull numbers, which is why they throw them there. But for the team, it's chaotic.
We talked about it, I think, last week, that the Chiefs play 2 games in 4 days in December. They play December 21st and on Christmas.
And in November. They play right before Thanksgiving and then on Thanksgiving. So 2 months in a row, they play short rest.
That's crazy. 2 games in 4 days. That's fucking wild.
You want to bet against the team that has to play 3 games in 10 days. I can't remember who it is this year that it happens to. There's like 2 teams that happens to this year. But on that third game is when you want to bet against them.
Let's see. But the Niners are an interesting, question mark this year. They to me last year, they were the product of a lot of bad luck and bad circumstance, not just when it comes to injuries, but didn't Trent Williams' kid die or something? Like there was a lot of like
Ricky
just
Pearsall got shot.
Yeah, Ricky Pearsall got fucking shot. There was a lot of unfortunate shit that goes just beyond injuries. I will never forget when we came in to that fucking opener and just suddenly it was like, Christian McCaffrey will not be playing today due to like Achilles tendonitis in both legs. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, there's no possible way you could have not known about this for forever. All the motherfuckers who drafted CMC #1 overall, like, bro.
Yep. Debo had lingering injuries, and then Brandon Ayuk fucking blew out his knee.
Yeah, like week 7. After getting his contract.
After getting the money.
That's what you got to watch out for fantasy football. Watch for these guys that are holding out in the offseason. They never have a good start to the season, and it obviously increases their chance of injury. So anyone who ends up holding out in August, I would not take him in fantasy, at least early.
Yeah. And then Debo Samuel just forgot how to catch a football.
He got fat
and gained like 40 pounds.
It's going to be interesting watching the Niners this year, just because this is the first year in 5 seasons they actually have a rest advantage, over the course of the
deep
season.
Playoff run or anything like that. Yeah. And like you said, the schedule. John Getz Gaming, TJ Stan. If we had a legit number 2 wide receiver, I'd be hyped. Who's the Steelers number 2?
I couldn't even tell you.
It's hold on, I got there. Depth chart. I couldn't believe when the rumors about them being traded and whatnot. I'm like, I can't see that. Like, TJ Watt not a Steeler. I didn't believe it. I'm like, there's no way they trade that guy. Their number 2 is, well, it's either Roman Woods or Calvin Austin.
Yeah, Roman Wilson. Robert Woods. Bro, Robert Woods. I feel like Robert Woods has been in the league for 15 fucking years. And I just remember 10 fucking years ago where it felt like every fantasy football season, I had a friend and he always ended up picking up Robert Woods on the waiver, which you almost always could because he was a real like pick up drop kind of guy. He had the year with the Rams, stuff like that. And he was always trying to package this motherfucker in trades. And Robert Woods still out there
Dude, he was at USC when I was in college, like an undergrad, not even pharmacy school. So that's wild.
Was it Robert Woods who died in the Super Bowl on the Patriots? Was that Robert Woods?
Brandon
died?
Cooks.
He
Brandon
like that was Brandon Cooks. Yeah, that was Brandon Cooks.
Oh.
Like got his
That
head
happened to-
fucking knocked off.
Yeah,
Pretty
wasn't
much
he
died.
on the
Might as well
Rams
have
when
been.
that happened against the Patriots? I think it was.
Robert Woods is only 33 years old.
Jeez.
Was it the Rams
Well,
Super
that's
Bowl?
how old I
I think it was the Eagles Super Bowl. I think it was Patriots Eagles.
Yeah, I think it
when,
happened back-to-back years, didn't it? He did it when he was on the Patriots, then he went to the Rams, and I think he got knocked out in that game too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Robert Woods started off in Buffalo, then went to the Rams. And had he had good seasons with the Rams.
Mhm.
Like when the Rams started taking off and stuff like that. And then went to Tennessee, Houston the past 2 seasons. Now he's with Pittsburgh. Son of Sean, I need to buy a new smoker. Beardo, what do you use?
I have a Rectech grill. So there you go. Do your research if you're into pellet grills. But it's a good one.
UNSC Connor for 5. Cowboys and Bengals are crying now with the amount they're going to pay Parsons and Hendrickson. The Hendrickson thing does not seem very... I don't know when or if that's going to get resolved, and it doesn't seem like it's going to happen without any further damage between the relationship between the players and ownership. You know, it feels very bad. And then Son of Sean has been sub to Sports Wars for 3 years now, and last night went back and watched this video. I was not expecting to see who I saw. Where's Pat now? Pat? You know, before I came on to Sports Wars, there were a couple guys that ran it. Is Pat the black guy? Is that Pat? Might be. I'll be honest. The channel before I got here was, it was like 2,000 subs or something. And there was a couple people involved. But honestly, once I took it over, a lot of people didn't want to put in the work. A lot of people didn't want to be here. So I have no fucking idea what those guys are doing now. So not sure. Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. But you guys watched a little UFC 318 yesterday. You did the local stream. Obviously, the main event, Holloway Poirier, was the one everybody is interested in. It's the main fucking event and last fight of Poirier's career. What were you guys' thoughts on the fight itself?
The main fight?
Yeah.
It was good. I mean, it was entertaining with the distance. Holloway, I think, dominated most of the fight, but Poirier had his moments too where he knocked Holloway on his butt. There was just one knockdown early in the fight, round 1, where Poirier got his fucking bell rung, fell flat on his back. And the more I think about it, I'm looking at it. I've seen some people talking about it on Twitter too. Holloway might have been holding back just maybe a little bit. I don't know if that was respect for Poirier, wanting to put on a show, because Holloway could have easily choked him out, but that's also not Holloway's game. So, but I think that there might have been a little bit of showmanship there for Poirier. But it was a great fight, man. And then, of course, in typical, recent Holloway fashion, last 10 seconds of round 5, let's meet in the center of the ring and just fucking throw haymakers. And Dustin got he got
drilled.
the worst. He got the worst end of that. So he kind of just hugged him up for like the last 3 seconds because, he doesn't want to fucking go out on his shield and fucking get knocked out in his last fight in the last 10 seconds. But it was entertaining, man. It was an entertaining night.
I think that I think the BMF belt, the BMF title has been like a really good thing for UFC to create. I think it's been interesting and exciting, and it does seem a little WWE-ish to some extent, but it provides an opportunity for guys who, maybe either on the cusp, maybe you get a title shot here or there, like maybe they've been there before, but never really. It gives guys that are fan favorites like a shot, like to be in the spotlight for this belt, which I think is really fucking fun. Here's Holloway and Poirier, last 10 seconds, like you said.
Seconds to go. Here we go. Oh! Holloway going off late.
I do like how Poirier's like, All right, I gotta clinch up here real quick.
Yes, absolutely.
Holloway was coming after him, man.
So
Yeah, we had a debate about that last night because Beardo at first was like, "Oh, Poirier won that exchange because he had that one big hit," and I was like, "Yeah, he hit him so hard that Max kept throwing punches."
Yeah, I mean, Holloway landed like 10 pretty significant blows in that one. You know,
I think the craziest thing about the fight was, well, the scorecard was like 2 judges had it 4-1, and I don't know if I agree with that. I think it was 3-2. Either way, I do think Max won. And then when you look at the significant strikes, the whole fight, Poirier mostly was dominating control, standing in the center of the ring, but Max was delivering the blows. It didn't matter that he didn't have ring control. He was countering and hitting that body. And if you look at the significant strikes to the head, they were pretty close, pretty even. But then you look at the body and it's 64-6, and then the legs 31-9. And when that's how it felt the fight go. Holloway was just volume and landing shots all fight long. So I do think it was the correct decision.
But I always like the shades they have, right? Took a lot of shots to the head for Max Holloway, and if you look at his fucking face after, you can see that. Look at the shading, just fucking red everywhere. But that's the last fight of Dustin Poirier's career. Left the gloves in the ring. And what do you got here, Beardo?
Yeah, so this is the knockdown in round 1 where I think that Holloway was kind of holding back a little bit, buy some time for Dustin.
Had a chance to choke him out, and he was like, no.
Yeah. There's no volume.
Oh, you think you kind of let him get up there a little?
Yeah.
I
right
there
is
where it's the second time that Dustin tries to get up too. He had another shot to.
So right here, like, it just doesn't seem to me like he's trying to finish the fight right here. I think like right there, he's given Dustin some time.
Well,
in my opinion,
you know what I think? I actually think that has a little more to do with the spirit of the BMF belt itself. Like if that's a title fight, like a title fight, I think he's going for a choke. He had a couple opportunities there where he 100% could. But kind of the spirit of this BMF belt is for dudes who are slugging it out. You know what I mean? It's not about fucking wrestling and finesse. It's about fucking going toe to toe, taking massive fucking swings and trying to knock this motherfucker out and trying to stay on your feet while you're trying to get knocked out. That go ahead.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that. And I also think the fact that he knows it's Poirier's last fight, like he's not going to try to end it that way for him. He wants him to go out, boxing and stand, and he knows that's the fans wants to see. Wants to see these two guys box.
Yeah, and that's in true BMF fashion. They went toe to toe at the end, so I think that's fun. John Matrix from Black and White Sports. What's up, John?
What's going on, everybody?
Not much. We were just talking about smokers. We had somebody ask Beardo's recommendation for smokers. Do you have a recommendation? Not like Marlboro or whatever. We're talking about cooking meat,
Meats, smoking up the meats.
I was thinking cigarettes or something.
I realized the way I phrased it, I'm like, I should probably clarify.
Yeah. Low and slow, man. Salt, pepper, garlic. That's all you really need.
Like a brand of grill.
Oh,
like what kind of smoker do you use? I
have a master built in my backyard, so it can use charcoal. You can use wood splits.
Is it vertical or is it an offset stick burner?
It's one of those. It's a vertical one.
Okay,
but it's good. You can control the temperature through an app. So you just got to check make sure you have enough wood or lump charcoal in there.
Right, so you're just sitting there on the couch drinking a beer, watching football. Just pull up your phone and be like, "Oh, look, it's at fucking 2:20 or whatever."
I can do that on mine too. I can be driving home from the store, go on my phone, and turn the grill on and get it up to temp.
Yeah, you could do that with this one. It has an internal temperature probe too.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't use that for ribs. You really can't probe ribs.
Mm-hmm.
You could do it
I've
with
cooked tri-tip so many
brisket.
times on mine. I just know how much time it's going to take. Like I don't
Yeah.
even need the probes anymore.
Yeah.
That's what I do most of the time. I just eyeball it. Unless I'm
Yeah.
doing like a brisket, then I'll temp it.
Yeah. 5 hours for ribs.
Oh yeah, you have to do that with the brisket.
Ribs.
Yeah.
250.
Glenn L wanted to address this real quick. Where's a Fear God shirt? Let's correct. It says Fear God, not politicians. And dropping F-bombs. Maybe not wear the shirt or don't drop bombs while wearing it. Well, we should add something else to this. I think there's more room. Fear God, not politicians, nor little fucking pussies who get offended over swearing. Glenn L, no profile picture looking bitch. Go fuck yourself. How about that?
I knew that was coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how about that? Thanks, Glenn L, for being here today. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it,
On
man.
a Sunday. The American Man for 5. All this football talk has me starved. I'll attend the Cowboys-Rams preseason game in August to get my fix. And yes, I'm a Cowboys fan.
Sorry to hear that, man.
I'm going to be real. I hate preseason games. I've been to one in my life, and I'm never going to ever go to another preseason game again. It's not real. Do you know what I mean?
It's not even really
right.
for the starters. It's for people just trying to make the team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the starters are probably going to play what? One half of what? How many preseason games are there? 3? If they even play that.
3 now?
Yeah, just 3 now. Yeah.
Just 3 now, yeah. Yeah.
They may play a drive or 2, and that's about it.
And it used to be different. I mean, 20 years ago, it used to be different in terms of the amount of reps. I mean, sometimes in that last preseason game, starters might get like a whole half or something.
Yeah. The third preseason game, the starters would play the whole first half. In the fourth preseason game, they didn't play at all. The first 2, they play like a drive.
Yeah, so it's just, I'm glad you're gonna go get your fix and everything. I can't fucking justify going. I
Yeah.
just can't. Mick Walsh, Denver Broncos win the AFC West this year.
No fucking shot.
I mean, a lot of people are talking about him after what they did last year with Bo Nix, Sean Payton in that offense, all of that stuff. I think it'll be a tall task, but a lot of people with the way that the Kansas City Chiefs struggled for some of the year, despite being able to, come out with these wins, getting annihilated in the Super Bowl, all these long runs that they've had. I do think there's a lot of people who are just like, the Chiefs era is over. And
I wouldn't say that just yet.
I wouldn't say it just yet either. Like, they got to show me that it's over.
But
not
also,
just
I
one
don't
blowout loss in the
think
Super
they're
Bowl.
going to make 5 straight Super Bowls, though. That seems like a tall task.
I wanted to pick the Chargers to do it this year, but they just have no wide receivers. Their best wide receiver is named Ladd.
Ladd McConkey. Come on,
Ladd
dude.
McConkey's a legend, man.
What?
I know.
His fucking last name is more impressive than his first.
Yeah.
Ladd McConkey. Come on.
Yeah. I said the Bengals just give Joe Burrow a little bit of defense. Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Poor Joe Burrow got all his shit stolen from his house too, and then exposed his random relationship with that swimsuit model. It was a weird season for Joe Burrow last year. John Getz Gaming, Steelers' biggest question is their O-line. First round pick last year was hurt, and their center was great till he got hurt. Always about the trenches. Yeah, and they've moved on from Najee Harris, which, look, he put in a lot of work there with the Steelers. He's also might be like the slowest running back in the league. Like there's a potential that Najee Harris is like the slowest motherfucker in the league. So it's going to be interesting.
There was some crazy stat about him last year, though, where he was like the only running back in the league that didn't have a rush for negative yards. But then he also had like no big runs either. He's just like 3 yards, 1 to 3 yards.
My guess is Najee Harris averaged like 3.6 yards a carry or something last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be my guess. Let's look up Najee Harris's stats.
Like Frank Gore back in the day.
Najee
rushing his way to the Hall of Fame 3 yards at a time.
Najee Harris of the Los Angeles Chargers. No, he was actually 4 yards per carry last year. Explicitly average. But that's like his entire career. So the 4 years he was with the Steelers, 3.9, 3.8, 4.1, 4.0. You know, that's just who he is. And look, the Steelers are a team that for a lot of Mike Tomlin's time there, depending on who their quarterback is, stuff like that. But they might be committed to just running the ball, and they're fine if you're getting 3 or 4 yards a carry. They're fine with no explosive things or about controlling the clock, stuff like that. But especially when you've got quarterbacks like, I don't know, Mason Rudolph while he's there, Justin Fields, like these guys, everyone's selling out to stop the run. And when you have a guy like Najee, who I just don't think is particularly explosive, that's just kind of going to be what it is. Yeah, he's with the Chargers. He's with the Chargers. Glenn says, I don't go to church because there's too many people there with the same problem. You might like it. Well, thank you for lecturing me about fearing God while you're not attending church. I'm glad. I'm very glad, Glenn, that you know everything. Some fucking doofus with no profile picture, probably no pussy, no anything. Just fucking sitting here saying, how dare he wear that shirt and say the fuck word? How dare he? By the way, I'm not going to church either. Fuck you, Glenn. Like, seriously. Piece of fucking filth. Anyway, over on Rumble, tank for $2. If WNBA players want the money they deserve, they should get a deal with profit sharing and share the losses too. Yes. And now that John is here, because we had to wait for John to get here, we can talk about the WNBA. WNBA All-Star game was last night. And the only reason that some people knew, it's not because they watched. It's not because they tuned in to actually watch the game. It's because they went viral yesterday for the message that they decided to send to everybody. A league that has been around for, 30 years at this point. A league that has never, ever turned a profit. A league that has lost the NBA, who subsidizes them, hundreds of millions of dollars over the years. They decided to send a message to everybody. And this is the shirt that they all decided to wear to show their unity and ask for more money. Breaking down WNBA players' CBA demand after All-Star game shirts go viral. Pay us what you owe us. And everybody was wearing these. This is fucking sad and pathetic, to be honest with you. John is somebody who's covered the WNBA a decent amount, especially on you guys' channel over there. What do you think that these WNBA players are exactly owed, considering they've never made money?
No employer owes their employees anything, especially when they don't make money. I was a part of a mass layoff at my company, one of the companies I worked for back in 2016. They built a $1 billion new office. Go in there. Guess what happens, man? True story. Go in there. In the morning, I usually check my company email on my phone. It's shut off. People are walking out with boxes. I walk up there. They say, hey, if your computer turns on, you're safe. Mine didn't. Half of the company got their walking papers. Why? The revenue was way down. Now, WNBA, they lose on average $50 million per season. Their pay should be zero. They should be paying to play in the WNBA if you want to get technical about it. This is really pathetic, man. And these women went to college. Don't they understand the profits and losses?
Well, some of them may understand better than others. Some of them may understand better than others, judging by the way they look and the way that they speak. But you're 100% right. If the WNBA was rolling in the dough, if the WNBA, and I'm not talking about the revenue, I'm talking about the profits, right? Because you can say, hey, look, they're up, revenue's up tens of millions of dollars. If profits aren't up, if you're paying out like for all of these other things that you actually have to pay for and your profit is not up, it doesn't matter. The WNBA, even with all the attention, all the people coming to the seats, all the merchandise that gets bought specifically because of Caitlin Clark, let's not get it twisted, no other reason. Even with all of that, they still lost $40 million last year. And you know what? This is an opportunity for the WNBA to grow. This is a huge opportunity for them with more interest, more people, 1,000%. I think down the line, you're going to see potentially them reap some of these rewards when you get different TV deals and stuff like that. But for right now, there is no money to give you. You are losing money. All you dumb bitches should pay for the right to be on this floor that gives you an opportunity to play in front of a national audience, that gets you an opportunity to get deals with sponsors and stuff like that. You are blessed to be making the amount of money you are.
Yeah. Think of this here. This is not going to resonate with the American people. These women, at a bare minimum, get $75,000 a year to play 4 months of basketball. Newsflash. Nobody cares. Nobody is going to shed a tear for you at all. $75K for 4 months of work when you don't make any money? The league doesn't make any money? That sounds like a pretty good deal.
And then what happens when we actually do get to the game? You get to see the WNBA All-Stars show off their incredible skills. Look at the handles that are displayed here. Watch this.
Oh my God.
Bro, this is the level of skill that you're getting from these players who are demanding that they be paid more. Can't even go over to the left hand, my God. Or you got things like this.
Oh my God.
Yeesh.
You know what? The media, if they were actually fair, they should actually ask these players, okay, how much should you be getting paid? And where's that money going to come from?
Yeah, they want to get as paid as much as NBA players, right? Now,
Correct.
look.
No, that ain't going to happen.
I believe that NBA players, like, are somewhere around like 40 or 50% or something of like revenue for the league or like whatever, all this stuff. That's how much like they're getting. And the WNBA is closer to like 9%. And people are looking at those things. What they're not looking at is profits. The WNBA doesn't make any money. They lose money and have every single year. They are kept alive as a subsidy, as a virtue signal by the NBA. Right? So I don't think it's unreasonable to be like, you know what? Maybe as soon as we start to see those profits, maybe then you can get paid more. I think that's very fucking reasonable. No other business in the world would pay people what they're being paid when they're losing $40 million a year and have for 30 years. And about the only person that you could say should be allowed to wear a shirt like that might be Caitlin Clark. Because she's the one that's selling out these buildings. She's the one that's bringing in this revenue. She's the one that's bringing the eyes. And then guess what? When it was found out that she wouldn't be playing in the WNBA All-Star game, what happened? Oh, that's right. Tickets cratered. WNBA All-Star game tickets have plummeted 49% after Caitlin Clark was ruled out due to injury. This woman that they beat the shit out of, that they fucking despise, that they hate, this is the only reason that you're even going out there doing this bullshit, which is the irony of the entire thing.
You know, these WNBA players are probably looking at the revenue. I looked it up. 2024, the WNBA in revenue, $710 million. Yeah, to the uneducated person, you're thinking, wow, the WNBA is making all that money. Nah, that's revenue, not profit. There's a huge difference.
There has to be some value in it, though. Like, I'm not disagreeing with any of that stuff, anything you're saying, or saying that it does make money. But it is interesting. You see all these billionaires, and billionaires don't like to lose money. They're investing into this. I mean, there's expansion teams, and these expansion teams are going to cost them $100 million just to get into the league.
But here's the thing. These NBA owners that actually own WNBA teams, why are they doing it? Tax write-offs.
That's what I'm saying. There's some value.
It's pretty good. There's a value to them actually buying into the WNBA and losing money. They can write it off in taxes. So it's a win for them.
Now, to your point, Will, I do think that there is, over the past 2 years, specifically because of Caitlin Clark. There is more inherent value in the WNBA, 100%. And I think that when it comes time for new TV deals and things like that, I do think that those numbers are going up. But like until that stuff happens, you can see like the value probably being added and people looking towards the future and what is potentially going to be. Exactly. But until these things happen and until it takes place and until it's on the bottom line, like what are you asking for? You're asking for money that isn't there. And in large part, it's all these women who have had their roles. These people that have been in for 10 years, these people that have been in the WNBA for 13 years, 8 years, whatever. You don't deserve shit. You never did a goddamn thing that grew interest in this league. Not a single thing. Not one. So no, fuck you. That's how I feel. I feel like if you want to get paid what you're owed, you should all be paying the NBA back. Before you take another cent, you should be paying the NBA back. The hundreds of millions of dollars that they have shelled out over the years for you to continue to even exist. That's how I feel about it. If you're going to get all bitchy like this.
Yeah, you should have to go earn your money that way. Like, bring value to the league. Like, you look at the stars in the WNBA, like Caitlin Clark can sell out her shoes in minutes, right? That's where she makes her money and endorsements and whatnot. You was really smart this week. Portnoy did a great breakdown of it, but the Angel Reese's shoe, they trademarked Me Bounds, and then she came out with their Me Bounds shoe. That was genius. You know what I mean?
They're like the ugliest shoes I could ever possibly imagine.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But it was smart for her team to trademark Me Bounds and then, use that as her brand.
It was if I was live on stream and I threw up all over myself and shit at the same time, and everyone was making fun of me for that, and I was able to somehow twist that and be like, yeah, I call it a vomit shit. Yeah, that's what's up. I'm going to trademark that shit. Y'all want to be me? I'm going to do my vomit shit. Look at my vomit shit. Look at my shoes. My vomit shit. That's what I'm going to do. You're right. If I could somehow spin that, like by everyone making fun of me and attempt to do something for myself, that would be genius.
It would. Hey, get paid, right? If you're going to get made fun of, get paid for it.
That's true.
Fucking
vomit shit. Yeah. Trademarking that shit right now.
Vomit shit.
When it comes to Angel Reese, man, she thinks people are stupid. Yeah, she's making $75,000 a year from the WNBA, but she's screaming, "I can't afford my rent of $8,000 a month."
Yeah,
we all know she's making way more than $75,000 a year. And by the way, if you're complaining about $8,000 a month in rent, move. Move. Go spend $1,500 a month.
The truth is, these women that are marketable in some way, even dumbass fucking bitches like Angel Reese, right? These women that are marketable in some way, they are making good money.
Yeah.
Like they had that stupid Angel Reese McDonald's thing, right? And I'll be honest, that pissed me off because it looked really good.
Yeah.
Like the meal actually looked really good, but I refused to get it because it had injuries.
Yeah.
So fuck that shit. I'm not doing it.
We know that Angel Reese is making probably a couple of million a year?
Probably something like that.
2-3 million.
It is funny because I think you might have sent me a Beardo, Shaq getting really defensive over Angel Reese and like all this stuff.
Yeah, he said he was gonna punch Robert Griffin III right in the face. He's gonna fuck him up and fight him if he kept talking shit about Angel Reese on his podcast. And then he said, RG3, what's sad about your whole career is that you're gonna be remembered as a podcaster, not a football player.
Yeah.
Damn.
That is pretty funny.
And the thing is,
the reason Shaq's like that is because of the Angel Reese Reebok deal.
Angel Reese is averaging $81,000 per year.
That's her WNBA salary.
That's WNBA salary.
Yes.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, man. All marquee athletes, all the men,
endorsements,
they make way more money. How much does LeBron make off the court? We know he just opted into that. About $53 million. LeBron is raking in well over $100 million a year. Well over.
Yeah, like there's some show. I don't know what streamer it's on or whatever, but it's like Shaq and Allen Iverson, I believe, teaming up to try to save Reebok and find like a new athlete for Reebok.
Mm-hmm.
And they couldn't find any male athletes, so I think they went with Angel Reese.
Damn.
Like, they didn't find any they thought that would turn the needle. But yeah. You guys remember the Shaqs way back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Ugly as fuck.
Remember Shaq had he had 2 different shoes, I believe. The Reeboks, and then he had the Walmart brand.
He had the Walmart
ones.
shoes, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because some parent got in his face about the price of his shoes, and then he like, all right, go to Walmart, $35.
Remember the cheap ass Starberries shoes? They were like $5 for basketball shoes.
Stephon Marbury shoes?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember those.
He had like recycled shoes, Marburys that he came out with. This is like after he was retired, and they were like discount, like, you know, hand-me-down shoes, but they were pretty. I mean, they were ugly as fuck, but it was cool. It was cool that he did that, I guess.
Snooty Mims over on Rumble for $5 says Rumble is smaller in numbers compared to YouTube, but Rumble's greater than YouTube. We got some real badasses here in Rumble chat. Hail chat. Well, I would say that most days that might be correct. Today, we've got a big Rumble audience. We got 4,000 people watching over on Rumble. Nice. So we appreciate you guys over there. And I'm sure we're probably up on the front page or something like that. So we appreciate you guys, all the new people, and also the people who are always over here on Rumble. Snooty Mims for $10 over on Rumble said, Usyk is still the champ. Beardo, what do you think about your Giants quarterbacks? Who do you have starting? Everyone attacked Caitlin Clark because she's the face of the WNBA.
Russ is going to start for the Giants. I don't even want to see Jackson Dart touch the field this year. Just let him sit. You got Russ. Just ride with Russ for a year. You got him on a 1 year, and then play Dart next year. I don't see the point. If the Giants are fucking sucking and their offense is just terrible, why even put your rookie quarterback out there who's hopefully going to be the face of your future? Why even fucking put him out there in that kind of environment? Fuck that. Let's give him a fresh start next year.
How many times are you going to say, let Russ cook this season, Beardo?
Every time he throws a touchdown, man. I'm going to be the biggest Russ fan this year.
You can start doing workouts on planes.
I think he needs a new catchphrase.
Big Blue. Let's ride.
Big Blue, Big Blue Nation. Like Russell Wilson needs a new catchphrase, right? Broncos country. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Bro, that was the downfall of Russell Wilson was like in that era, right? Where he did those Subway commercials.
Careful, it's spicy.
Yeah, he's like dangerous. Dangerous sandwich. Like that was really bad.
And the fucking TikTok videos where he's calling himself, I need a new nickname for myself. My nickname is Unlimited. Unlimited. So I'm like, fuck, dude.
I am unlimited. That was it was all like in a 1 year period, I felt like. It was after he left Seattle, went to Denver. Yep. And then you had all of because Broncos country, let's ride was his like thing that he did, which is one thing. The problem was when the stuff got leaked from when they made those promotional videos and he was doing it like 5 times in a row.
Right.
You know, like, yeah.
Yes.
That was
and then
rough.
all those interviews, like, I don't know if it was like from a TV show where he's hanging out with black friends and he's talking a certain way with, you know, a ghetto accent. And then, you know, when he's doing some professional NFL interviews, he's talking like a white guy.
Oh, he 100% code switches. Like, no doubt about it. I will never forget there was a Pro Bowl. It was during a Pro Bowl weekend, and Russ was out there with all the other players, and he was doing like a sideline interview. And all of a sudden, he just started talking black as fuck, right? Like out of nowhere while he's hanging out with the other players, which is completely like the polar opposite of like usually when you hear him speak.
I can't stand people that do that, man.
Yeah. It's like Obama.
Yeah.
Again, over on Rumble, KW for 5. I don't know how much y'all keep up with the Little League World Series, but my nephew is currently on the Florida team that won it last year. That is really cool, KW.
Nice.
Good luck to him. About to win state and hopefully make another run. Any of y'all ever been to Williamsport?
I have. I played at Williamsport.
Virginia? Is that Virginia?
Williamsport? I believe
Yeah.
Williamsport's in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Williamsburg
Oh, okay.
is in. You're thinking of Williamsburg.
Oh, okay, I'm thinking of Williamsburg. Okay.
But no, I've never been out to see a Little League World Series. It's every kid's dream while you're playing to like have the opportunity to like make something like that happen. And I feel like if I were to go now at 36 years old and be like, I'm going to go watch the Little League World Series, people are like, oh, who do you know? Who's your kid? It's like, I'm just here to watch. I feel like it might be a little strange. I don't know.
A little weird.
Yeah,
Weird. Yeah.
it'd be weird if Will went there, especially now that he's missing his tooth.
Yeah.
He'd immediately get escorted out, you know.
Oh man. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you to the extra people watching us over on Rumble today. We do appreciate it. John Getz Gaming, just hire hot chicks and make them play in low cuts. I mean, lingerie football league type of thing. That's what you want for WNBA.
I mean, the play wouldn't be any different. You know, it's not like they'll still be missing shots. Looking good while doing it.
Yeah, I think you just need to make it different. The problem is you have women that are trying to play the exact same game that you can see men play, and they're faster, they're stronger. You know what I mean? I think you have to change it. We talked about this the other day. I think if you like shrink the floor and lower the hoops, I think that you could have a more exciting, fast-paced game. But I don't know. Kind of like, indoor soccer is like very different from watching a regular soccer match. It kind of the same way. That's what I would do to make people care. Because they're just not all of a sudden going to get better. Like it's not going to happen.
Arena League football, it's a 50-yard field. And
yes.
Arena League is so fun.
Chris Coran for 2, and they're going to expand the league. Insanity. They're trying to strike while the iron's hot. Uncle Joe Bob for $2. Thanks, Uncle Joe Bob. Chris Coran for 2. I wonder if Angel and Jasmine Crockett are related.
Yeah. Fake lashes.
Ken Hagen says Traeger.
Not enough smoke on the
Traeger.
Unless you get the super smoke option, you got to add smoke to it, man. So
that is one thing. Yeah. Yeah, I have a Traeger. That's one thing I don't like about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Pellets aren't the same as wood or charcoal.
And then Metal Slave, she just drops a $50 gift bomb.
Let's go, Metal Slave.
Gift bomb. 50 Sports Wars memberships from Metal Slave. Look at that. Whole chat's turning green.
That ain't cheap.
And it's not out of envy.
Nope.
Because of those memberships. It's everybody else that's not green that might be a little envious right now. So thank you for the massive gifted membership, Metal Slave. That is awesome.
Traeger
talking about the
first of his name. Did you
say that again?
Traeger Targaryen, first of his name.
Traeger, yeah. That sounds like a Targaryen name. Traeger. We talked a little bit about the WNBA All-Star game. I wanted to talk about Major League Baseball All-Star game because that also happened over the week. And I don't know about you guys. For me, MLB All-Star week, the home run derby the night before the All-Star game, that used to be like can't miss for me.
It used to be
especially
so good.
When I was growing up. The home run derby was a can't miss event. Recently, it's devolved into I will intentionally miss it event. And I caught portions of it, and I watched portions of the All-Star game, especially in the beginning and then at the end. It does not mean as much as it used to, but the home run derby, I hate the methods they use now with the timing, like with all of that stuff. I fucking hate it. To the point where we had a better home run derby to end the All-Star game than we did for the actual home run derby. But I got to give a shout out to my man, Kyle Schwarber, because Kyle Schwarber is probably going to end his career with over 500 home runs and maybe be batting like 230. He is going to be like a very huge conundrum for the Hall of Fame, like when his career is over, because I think he's going to have 500 bombs and people aren't going to know what to do with him. But Kyle Schwarber, who did make the All-Star game as a DH, the way they set this entire thing up was if the game is tied, instead of going into extra innings, we're going to basically have a swing off. We're going to pick 3 people from each team. They're going to go up there alternating. They're going to have 3 swings to hit home runs. And maybe you hit 1, maybe you hit 0, whatever. Kyle Schwarber went fucking 3 for 3. 3 for 3. Didn't have a hit the entire fucking game, but goes 3 for 3 and hits bombs. Watch this.
Through you. Schwarber in the air to center field, headed towards the wall, and dead center.
And this is after the AL went up, 3-1 after their first 2 batters. So they needed, this is very important. Schwarber needed these.
Swing, and he did. Oh! Schwarber's in the All-Star game.
With everybody just said this felt like old school home run derby.
Mm-hmm.
You let a couple pitches go by, pick your moments, all of this stuff, and swing at your
NL
pitch.
rallied in the game. NL has rallied in the swing. With the hat trick. Look out, Chop House. National League takes the lead.
Motherfucker goes 3 for 3. Went 0 for 2 in the game. Walks away with the MVP of the All-Star game after hitting 3 home runs in 3 opportunities. Did you guys get to catch any of this at all?
I didn't get to see it.
I was live on Tuesday night's main event.
Ooh, brutal. It was fun. But it just reminds me that's like, we need that and those moments, the opportunity to watch and admire a ball, to breathe a little bit, for the announcers to hype it up. That's what we need for the home run derby again.
Yes, back to the 10 outs formula. As long as it takes, I don't fucking care. Like that one home run derby between Josh Hamilton and who was it? It wasn't Bobby Abreu. Bobby Abreu, I think, won it the year before. But Hamilton hit like fucking 36 home runs in the final round and still didn't even win. Like that was the last All-Star game at old Yankee Stadium. And that was such a legendary home run derby. Bring back the 10 outs system.
And the most memorable to me is actually, was it 99 when it was at Fenway? You guys remember that?
No.
99 or 2000, right around there was when it was at Fenway. That was like, for some reason, that one sticks in my mind. Mark McGwire hitting bombs over the big monster, like all that stuff.
Is that the one against Sosa?
I don't know if
have a good home run. I'm trying to remember back in the day, but didn't they have like a good battle?
it might have been, yeah, it might have been that one. Sammy won in Milwaukee. I know he won because that was like 2001, 2002, something like that. He was just hitting tanks, dude, up in Milwaukee. But yeah, I missed that back in the day. And you get the opportunity for that, to smash it and fucking sit there and watch it as the crowd goes wild and hear Chris Berman back,
yeah.
Yep.
and gone. Like, and now it's like, now they have 2 minutes and 30 seconds or 3 minutes or whatever to hit as many bombs as they can. So they're just getting chucked. Boom, boom, swing. It's just constant. So
they should do it in Colorado every year. That'd be fun. Altitude, everyone just be hitting dingers.
yeah, unfortunately, you'd also have to be in Colorado. You know?
True. Good point.
But like, I do like looking at Kyle Schwarber. He's got like 320, 330 home runs or something right now. He's been in the league 10 years. I think he's going to end his career with more than 500 home runs. And when you look at this, on StatMuse, I sorted players with 500 home runs who are not in the Hall of Fame. All of them are steroid guys. The only exceptions being, Pujols and Cabrera. Both of them will be in, when they're eligible, right? Albert Pujols may have lied on his fucking birth certificate, but I don't think we've ever had any connection to steroids for Albert Pujols. So I think he'll be in when the time comes. Everybody else, Bonds, McGwire, Palmeiro, Sheffield, Sosa, Manny Ramirez, Alex Rodriguez, all ties to steroids, which is why they're not in. It is shameful, especially that these two guys are not in. My God.
Right.
Dude, I love Sheffield. I mimic my swing after him. Just that little rocking the bat up there. Yeah, he really got it going.
Pujols' early years in St. Louis, I think he was on the sauce.
You could certainly have questions. I don't think he was on the sauce. I just think when everyone thought he was 20 years old, he was actually 27. He was in his prime.
But regardless, in his prime years are all-time great.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think Kyle Schwarber's going to end his career with 50 home runs. But unlike all of these guys, when you look at their, career batting average, Sosa's the lowest at 273. And we all know that if he wasn't popped for steroids, that he would be a Hall of Famer. Kyle Schwarber has a lifetime average of around 230. That's
crazy.
And he's a guy who's just as likely to lead the league in walks as he is to lead the league in strikeouts, but he fucking hits dingers. He hits dingers.
Really
I love Kyle Schwarber, dude. I love the man. I saw this man tear his ACL in like the third game of the season, come back on one leg and help the Cubs win a World Series. I will never forget that. I will forever be a fan of Kyle Schwarber no matter where he goes. But he's had some clutch moments, man. He just has.
Oh, yeah.
He has 316 home runs right now.
Nice.
10th year.
Yeah, his batting average, 231 for his career.
What are you saying, Will?
Oh, did you guys see, this didn't happen during the All-Star break, but it happened over the weekend. Did you guys see Ronald Acuna's throw?
That was wild,
yes.
dude.
Yes,
that
I did.
Was insane.
It was.
Does the bazooka afterwards?
Yeah, well, by the way, just wanted to say Cubs beating the shit out of the White Sox, 2 straight games post All-Star break, MVPCA, another dinger yesterday. They hit 4. I think they hit four home runs yesterday for the Cubs. Either way, Cubs are cruising. Best statistical record in baseball right now. I still hope we make some moves at the trade deadline desperately because we need to.
When is that? Isn't that coming up?
Coming up soon.
Hey, Ron, this may be the most insane stat about Kyle Schwarber. 2023, he hit 47 home runs, 104 RBIs, and he batted 197.
Yep.
How's that even possible?
He just hits dingers. He just hits dingers, John.
Well, yeah.
What does he need to know?
Strikeouts.
Only dingers. Here, this is the Acuna play you're talking about. Fucking Major League Baseball probably claim us because they're a bunch of fucking queers, but
you gotta slide. Always slide.
High and deep to right. Over toward the line, Acuna's got it. Tagging from second is Bebas. Whoa!
Wow.
Now, the wild thing is, it is not like I feel like I've probably seen 5 Yoenis Cespedes or Yasiel Puig throws that felt like laser beams, right? This one didn't feel that way coming out of his hand, but the thing is how, like, where his body was, where he was at on the field, the fact that he didn't really have like a body weight advantage or anything and was still able to get this ball all the way there on the fly is wild.
Or just even the foresight to know, hey, I'm right as I catch this, I got to get it out.
Got it. Tagging from second is Bebas. Whoa!
That is crazy.
Yeah, like, I don't even know if he looked at third when he threw it,
And the thing is, if the fucking runner had not been retarded, if he'd actually hustled and slid, the play is probably not even close.
Yeah.
To be honest, but
the third base coach should have told him to slide.
100. I think he was telling him to get down. I just don't know if he saw it. But you also have to credit. Look at the third baseman, right? Watch how he slow played it, right? He didn't do anything until it looked like nothing's coming his way until the last fucking second.
This was unbelievable.
And Nacho sold it.
Like he played it very cool. Didn't have the glove up.
Yeah,
nothing.
right there. It looks like he
it's close. I mean,
he swiped his back.
He did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
back. But like the ball's right here, right? And he still has made basically no reaction. He's not really in like a position where you would assume somebody's ready to tag someone out because if he had seen the third baseman probably getting ready, he probably slides and he's fine.
Right. Yeah.
Because he's doing the little slow down thing. Nothing.
Correct.
Unbelievable.
And Nacho sold it.
And that's not the best angle to see the tag. You're right,
Yeah.
Beardo. But
Mhm.
an insane throw. I think 314 feet or something in the air.
Jeez.
Man, that's crazy.
Get that guy on the Giants.
Yeah, I still feel like, was it Yoenis Cespedes who he like misplayed a ball in left field or something? It like bobbled out and he like had to chase to go get it and just sent probably one of the most insane throws I've ever seen directly to home.
To home, yeah, that was when he was with Oakland.
Yeah, I think so.
Judge has had a few throws like that too, but the best, man, when Vladdy was on the Angels, Vladdy had a fucking cannon as well.
I do you remember like a 50-game stretch where we all thought Yasiel Puig was going to be the next like the best baseball player of the next 10 years?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
When he came up with the Dodgers, that was crazy.
Mm-hmm. The Puig hype, especially living in Southern California for that, surrounded by Dodger fans, you couldn't get away from Puig jerseys. Everyone was just so hyped on Puig. Yeah, he was going to be the best baseball player ever, and that lasted about 2 seasons.
Yeah. Now, isn't he playing in fucking Japan or something now?
Somewhere, Mexico or Japan, maybe.
He's doing something. All right, let's catch up on some of these chats here. Thank you guys for hanging out. We did those. Taker for $5 says in the Big Three basketball league, LA's team is called, wait for it, the Riot. Also, the Houston team is called Rig Hands or Riga, as one might say. Really? Rig Hands. I knew the Riot, but
I didn't know about the rig hands. That's because of oil rigs.
American Patriot. Shane Gillis is fantastic on the ESPYs. He was. And
He was good.
it was just solid. You know what I mean? It was exactly what, when you're giving a performance up there at a big event like that should be. You're just poking fun of everybody. You're bringing these athletes all down a peg. You're going after both sides. You're doing everything. And it was so funny to listen to the crowd and how uncomfortable they were. Like, how dare you make a joke with a woman being the punchline? How absolutely dare you?
Mm-hmm.
But he was great. He was great. Sarah Spain, dumb bitch, got really upset over it. I made a video about that. Everybody should watch it because everybody needs to know who Sarah Spain was while she was trying to get famous, before she then got famous and became a woke lunatic. Because she, like, I remember Sarah Spain because she was getting her career started doing a couple really small little sports things in the Chicago area, and also would make some appearances and call-ins and stuff like that for ESPN 1000, the Chicago ESPN radio station. I remember the jokes that she used to tell, the way she used to fucking use her sexuality, like shit like that. I remember these things. I remember you, Sarah Spain, from way back in the day. And now you're just fucking miserable. Connor Akers, have you heard of a college football player named Noah Kaniga? Yes, I am. I am familiar with him. Everybody loves Noah because of his name.
Eastern Michigan, right? I think so.
I believe so, yeah. Super based. If you're a scare motherfucker, go to church, says Ice Cube. Thank you. Enrico Palazzo. Schwarber's the modern day Dave Kingman without the baggage. Is Dave Kingman the one who like threw a rat at a female reporter or something? You guys know what I'm talking about? John, you're old.
Doesn't ring a bell.
I know the name. I just don't remember.
I felt like there was something about him setting an actual rat on some reporter for some reason. Yeah, if I recall. Some people are saying yes in the chat. Some people are saying yes in the chat. So there you go.
I don't remember.
Demaj and I, hashtag pimp raid. Sup, fellas? Hail chat. What's up, Demaj and I?
What up, dude?
Thanks for being here, man. B Chain for 5. I'm happy the Mets retired David Wright's number yesterday. He was my favorite player growing up. Too bad they pulled the Mets and lost badly. Let's go Mets. David Wright had a great career there, man.
Yep.
Hey, Ron, I'm going to have to jump off, man.
It's all good. We're about to end the stream anyway, John, so it's all good, man. Where can people find you?
Black and White Sports. Everybody knows it.
Everybody knows it. I
Got
think
the football channel, got essentially the WNBA channel also, I guess you could say.
that's all Rhodes does anymore is the WNBA channel. And it'll be like,
He's staying up late to watch those games, man. I mean,
bro, he is committed. And it's like you guys are getting insane views over there.
Yeah.
But it's
that
like,
channel's almost
bro,
at 100,000
Angel Reese
subs.
tripped over this Gatorade bottle and she said it was racist. Fucking 80,000 views or whatever. It's crazy.
Closing in to 100,000 subs on that channel.
That's awesome,
I
man.
think we're like at 98,000, something like that.
People actually, no one cares about the WNBA, but we care about the controversies about the WNBA.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here, man. Beardo, what do you got going on this week?
Let me think. Nothing too crazy.
Apparently, because you don't even know. So nothing big planned, I guess.
Nothing. Just been playing Witcher 3 over on my channel, having a good time. My first playthrough of that. So I might go live later tonight playing some of that.
There you go. And Will from Game On, where can people find you? I know you're big over on Rumble as well. Good time to plug it in front of our big Rumble audience.
Yeah, Game On Show. Give me a follow. I had like 500 new followers last week, and we're getting close to 10,000 on Rumble, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Be covering the NFL this week. Just getting ready, team by team, breaking down stats, analytics, what happened in the off season. So come check me out. 4:30 a.m. Pacific every morning.
There you go. And over on Rumble, one last Rumble rant. I see Miss Leslie in the chat spamming the Rumble stuff. What's up, Miss Leslie? KW for $5 says, Ryan, you can probably back me up on this. Can we talk about how the 24 national champ College World Series Volunteers were not even nominated for best team? I got to be honest, that part didn't really stand out to me. And you know, the only part of the ESPYs I watched was the opening monologue, and I watched it on Twitter.
Yep. Same.
The ESPYs used to matter. They don't anymore. I do think having Shane Gillis back there renewed a lot of interest in it because it was actually fucking funny. But unfortunately, some of the players are just activists that it gets tough. He made a Diddy Party reference at the fucking end too.
He did. He made
Epstein jokes. He made Trump jokes. And he is obviously like a fan of Trump, but he also does Trump imitations and stuff. It's like, can we stop pretending that Donald Trump knows anything about ball? Like every time somebody goes up there, they're just like, look at this guy, big guy, black guy. I love this guy. Like, knows nothing about it, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But that's it for us, everybody. Thank you very much over on the Rumble side. Give us a follow if you want to over here on Sports. There's almost 5,000 you guys watching. Big audience over on YouTube today as well. So we appreciate it. And we'll be back next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Later.